Good morning from Bromsgrove near Birmingham. Happy birthday everybody. This is the M5 you're looking at here over some fields, and there's a little tiny money spider here. Can you see it? A bit blurry. Let's see if we can focus in on it. It's not having a focus, is it? Oh, that's a shame. There it is, there it is, there it is. Yay! Oh, beautiful little thing. Fantastic. Isn't nature beautiful? And isn't it lovely? Well, this is a lovely view. There we go. Little oak tree. This is an oak tree. Happy birthday, everybody. Hope you're having a lovely day. As you can see, I am not running today because I'm here to meet up with my good friend Joe Happiness Howarth to do a little bit of training and learning a little bit more about emotional well-being for primary school children, which I am trained to deliver. So if anybody knows anybody who is involved in primary schools and wants to have me come and teach the children about emotional well-being, then let me know, because as we start to open up, I will be looking to try and do a bit more of that because we were just finishing our training when COVID hit at the beginning of last year, April last year. Well, actually, we didn't do the last session. I think this is our last session today, actually, to finally finish off the training that we were just about to graduate from in March, April of last year. It's a little side hustle, you could say, because what my main thing, of course, is helping people to recover from depression and overcoming and get off antidepressants. So that's my main thing, and so that's what we're focusing for. But happy birthday! Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Isn't that a wonderful time to be alive? Because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life, and why wouldn't you? With beautiful weather like this and a beautiful motorway down there. Actually, I may end up by zooming back into all the cars on the motorway, just as a bit of contrast to the beautiful nature that's going on here. But we do have some people whose real birthdays it is today. So happy birthday to Michael Young, Amy Sue, Charlotte Edwards, Carmen Clammer, Jay Hastings, Helena Wymott Lester, Rick Dale and Sam Morris. Hope you're all well. Hope you have a lovely day today. I hope you have a lovely, happy birthday day. We are going to celebrate your birthday with a little breathing exercise that we always do here. So we breathe out one candle. What's the one thing we want to get done today? And we blow it out. We breathe 5 in through your nose. Put this hand on your heart. Hold your breath while you light the candles on your left hand. And then blow out the candles on your left hand. I want to wish them all happy birthday. Happy birthday to those people. How are you doing? Happy birthday. Then think about, what did you get done in the last hour or the last 24 hours? Or what have you been thinking about? What's your brain been focused on? What's the thoughts that have been going through your head? Have they been negative? Have they been positive? Anyway, have a think about those. 5 in through nose. What one thing has made you smile? I keep saying what 3 things. What one thing has made you smile in the last 24 hours, in the last hour? Have a think about that. And what have you been grateful for in the last hour? Or what are you grateful for in your life now? Are you grateful for the fact that you're talking to me right now? Are you grateful for the sunshine in the sky if it's sunny where you are today? Are you grateful for the fact that it's slightly cooler today if you're in England than it was yesterday? It was quite hot yesterday. Are you grateful for the fact that I'm in a nice jacket and an interesting shirt today for a change? I don't know. And we're going to talk about gratitude in a second as well, actually. But anyway, let's do that. Oxygen into the lungs, oxygen into your lung, oxygen into your lungs, oxygen into your blood up to your brain, oxygen to your brain. Think clearly, avoid stress and panic attacks. It's a fantastic little tool that we use there. I am going to go in a moment and enjoy my time with Joe and the girls. Usually they're all girls. I don't think we have many men. I think I might be the only male happiness trainer. I'm not sure. I shall ask Joe when I go into her. I also have a nice little coffee from McDonald's. I did stop off at McDonald's. Naughty, I know. Well, it depends where it's not naughty. It's a special treat. First time I've been to McDonald's probably since I came to see Joe last time, actually. Anyway, it's got a bit cold now. Also on the way up here, I've been listening to the audio book of, and I'm not sure of the exact order here, but I think it's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. I think it's a children's book. It's kind of cartoony. I think the actual book itself has got lots of illustrations in it. I think it's quite a short thing. It's the whole book. I think I've just listened to, which is 50 minutes on BBC Sounds. I've been listening to it on the way up here. Absolutely fantastic. Bit disjointed from a story perspective because it's kind of like little vignettes, but I think that's probably works better in the book when you've got a book and it's a story about the image that's in the book, and then it's a story, and then you turn the page and then it's a story about the image in the book on the next one. I suspect that's probably how it is, so it doesn't really sort of flow as a story particularly. But oh my goodness, some really good like top tips. I need to go through it, listen to it again, and actually make some proper notes about the things that they say, because obviously I was driving at the time, so I couldn't really focus. But when I thought about a topic I wanted to talk about today with you guys, I thought, oh, how perfect. And the number one that stood out for me, which was one of the things that actually brought me to this, which was from my friend Fanny Snaith, the money coach, I guess, money mentor, I guess she calls herself. I'm not sure what she calls herself actually, but anyway, Fanny Snaith. If you search for Fanny Snaith, you'll find her. She said, "Is your glass half full or is your glass half empty?" And the boy says, "I'm pretty much grateful to have a cup." Is my glass, is this cup half full or is it half empty? I mean, technically it's half empty because it was full and now I'm drinking it, so it's half empty, I guess now. But the fact that I've got a cup in order to have my drink in it is pretty cool, and that's the gratitude thing. And actually, Joe tells a fantastic story about a cup of tea. Oh, I can search for it. But also, if you go to johnvdenley.com/Joe Howarth, I'm pretty sure that link will take you straight to her video and to the right point in the video when she tells the story as well. It's absolutely fantastic. And basically what she does is she says that she was working with somebody and they were looking for a gratitude thing, and said, I really couldn't think of anything gratitude, so I wrote down that I had a cup of tea and I ate a porridge, ate a bowl of porridge. Not very good, is it? Joe tells it particularly well. And he says, no, that's fantastic. I mean, where would we be without cups of tea? And how amazing is it to make a cup of tea? He said, you got a cupboard that's on your wall, and you've got a cup that's in there. You chose the cup, and somebody made the cup. Some random person made a cup, and you went to the shop and you saw this cup that you liked, and you bought the cup. And then you put the cup on the surface, and then you got a tea bag out. And the tea bag's been made in India, and somebody in the fields has been picking off the tea bag things and made it into dried it all and made it into a tea bag. And then you got a kettle. You picked up a kettle which you bought from somewhere you like the look of, and you bought the kettle and you fill the kettle up with water. You turn the tap on, and the tap comes, fresh, clean water comes out of the tap, and it's amazing. And also somebody's arranged for all these wires and stuff, all these pipes and stuff to deliver that cool, fresh, clean water into your kettle. And then you put the kettle on there, and then you turn it on, and then somebody else has arranged for all these electricity cables and everything to deliver electricity straight to your house, because you haven't had to go and get the water from a well at the bottom of the garden. You haven't had to put the heat on. You haven't had to set a fire with a pot and boil the water. And then the kettle is so clever that it turns itself off when it gets to the right temperature, so you don't have to watch it and sit there and watch it. It's amazing. Then you pour the hot water into the cup, and you make yourself a beautiful cup of tea. Isn't it fantastic that all those things come together to allow you to have this really basic, boring cup of tea or cup of coffee in my particular case? But the same thing with this. You know, they've arranged all those things. They've all arranged for a McDonald's to be built in Droitwich or wherever it was, Bromsgrove or somewhere, that I could stop off, and somebody's arranged to have it open and have staff in there and have a coffee machine that they can make the coffee, and somebody's manufactured this cup so that I can have this coffee and drink it while I'm driving with a beautiful top on it, which allows me to drink through the little thing here. It's just fantastic. When you look at all things, the world like that, suddenly you go, I can be grateful for absolutely anything in my life. If I really look for anything that's happening in my life, I can be grateful. Anyway, I was talking about the book, wasn't I? Some of the other things that came out of the book. The biggest waste of time, comparing yourself to others. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Another thing that was really kind of cool, they said, which I remembered, which was, as you get older, you may wish you had listened to your dreams more than your fears. We've talked about that a few times, haven't we? About setting your dreams up and then not allowing your fears to hold you back, and how you can overcome those fears, and we're realising what those fears are. And it's just the comfort zone, and stepping outside the hula hoop of your comfort zone, and testing those fears and taking baby steps towards overcoming them and so forth. We talked about that a lot on these videos. And then the other thing is, which is not really a sort of lesson within it, but at the end of the book, the mole says, sometimes I don't like to say I love you. And so I say other things instead to mean I love you. Oh, what sort of things do you say, mole? And the mole says, sometimes I say, I'm glad we're all here together. And then there's a pause, and the mole says, I'm glad we're all here together. And the boy says, I'm glad we're all here together too. So that's basically the mole saying, I love you. And then everybody else saying, we love you too. But nobody actually said, I love you. But the words meant, I love you. And that's kind of cool. And if you look in your life, you'll probably find that there are lots of people in your life who do things like that, who will say things or do things that mean that they love you, but they don't actually say they love you. A classic one, this is love languages. If you haven't looked up love languages, go and have a look at love languages. It's absolutely fantastic, because you find that some people will do, like, buy you things to try and show you their love. They will do acts of service to give you love. They will try and spend time with you, try and touch you to show their love to you. And then some people don't like that. Some people don't like the touch. Some people don't like getting gifts. Some people don't like you doing jobs for you around the house, for example. And then that will actually make it feel like they don't love you, because they're trying to show you love in the way that they think it's love, but you're not receiving it in the way that you feel it's love, because you want them to spend time with you watching TV, and they want to do lots of chores around the house to try and show you that they love you, and you want them to, no, the way I want you to show me love is by sitting with me and watching TV. You go, no, but I want to show you my love by doing all these chores. It's like, this is clash. And if you can both find out what's going on, then the one person could then come and spend some time sitting next to you on the TV. But then the person who's sitting next to the TV can recognise that when the other person's doing the chores, they're actually just showing you that they love you. It's very fascinating, and it's all part of my 12 week, my 6 month how to get off antidepressants, or how to find freedom from depression course. What did I say? 12 months, 6 month program. 12 week. Oh, I'm sorry. The wind just blew my phone over. Yes, my 12 week. I'm skipping between the things. It's actually an 8-week program with a 1 month intensive support, and then 3 months of lighter touch support, just steering you and keeping you on track. And part of the 1 month intensive support is to talk about love languages and your relationships with other people around you. We're going to talk about things like CBT and emotional, EFT will be in there a little bit as well. But emotional intelligence and a parent-teacher, so transactional analysis, which is parent-adult-child relationships, so which sometimes happens within your head and sometimes happens between people as well. It's a fascinating area, and you get all of that in the third month of my 6 month program, to help you understand how you can improve your relationships with the people around you, and also your relationship with yourself, after you've taken all the baby steps from starting off getting out of bed, for example, and learning all the things about how your brain works, how to take control of your emotions and your thoughts and so forth. So, okay, that's cool. That's all from me. Hopefully I kept it under 15 minutes, because that was a good one. Take care, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Sending you loads of love. Mwah. Have a lovely day. And hello, viewer, whoever you are. It just came up at the end there. Take care. Have a lovely Tuesday. It's Tuesday today, isn't it, right? Bye for now. I'm going to go and find Joe. Bye. Whew.